It's the 5th of October 2021 and it's a year after I did my big Canterbury to Land's End to John O'Groats and back to Canterbury trip. And you know what? I'm going to do it again, and this time in the IONIQ 5. I'm going to see how the tech has changed with this fancy new car. We're going to see how the infrastructure has improved. Hopefully it has. And we're going to see if I get to John O'Groats quicker than 2:30 in the morning, which is what I did last time, and I really want to avoid that. The one thing is, of course, the IONIQ 5 is a big, inefficient car. I mean, it's relatively efficient, but compared to the e-Niro, it's nowhere near as good. Just like last year, first of all, I'm going to go to see Mum and Dad and give them a fancy bottle of sparkling something. Not sure what it is actually. I've got a better route planner, as always. I've done a plan with a better route planner, and it says I should get there. I should get to Wimborne with 40% battery if I charge at IONITY, up to 84%. So I'm going to do that. But this time, something that's a bit different is that I've actually got a better route planner on the car on CarPlay, and it's linked to the car's state of charge. So actually, it knows how much battery I've got, and it will adjust the efficiency. It will adjust my plan based on my efficiency at the time. So it's been raining quite a lot, but actually it's stopped now. I think there was a bit of a headwind, so rain or even a wet road and headwind is really bad for efficiency, and this is not great for efficiency anyway, so we'll see what we get. We have 250 miles on the GOM, that's the range meter. I'm going to keep saying GOM because it's easier. 100% battery, and I should get to IONITY at Cobham in 1 hour 9 minutes, and it's 73 miles, and it says I'll get there at 10:11. And already I'm half an hour later than I wanted to be, so let's get going. So I've got the car set to auto with level 1 regen. What that means is it's going to act almost like a normal car really, so when you take your foot off the accelerator it will keep coasting, because coasting is what you want to do on the motorway. It's the better efficiency. But because it's set to auto, it means that with the cameras it's got, it will automatically slow you down with regen if you need to brake. It's a fantastic, really efficient way of driving. I don't know whether it's just because the internet connection is not very good, but the better route planner is a bit kind of off. It's not very accurate. Also, it's saying turn right, and that road is closed, so I can't turn that way. So better route planner is really good, obviously, for mapping out where you're supposed to charge, but there was a diversion back there, so I've had to go another way, and it hasn't yet worked out that it has to change the route. Also, it's saying that my battery charge is 100%, but actually it's 98% now, after just a little bit of driving. Tronity is a fantastic little web application. You don't have to plug anything into the car like I used to have with the e-Niro. You just log in with your Hyundai account in this case, but it works with, you know, Peugeot or Citroën, any other brands that you can think of. So it's supposed to get the live state of charge using that. But of course, it only works well if the internet is good, I suppose. Although I've got 2 bars of 4G, so it should be fine. This is a bit of a test. I've never used Tronity with a better route planner before on a journey, so we'll see how good this is. So far it's not particularly accurate, but maybe it only updates it once every couple of minutes, maybe. Small country road, scratch, scratch, scratch. But yes, the big issue with a better route planner for me is that I don't get the lovely head-up display navigation that I get using the internal mapping. So I'm going to see how it is getting to Cobham. But what I might do is just use a better route planner as a guide, which is what I normally do, and not actually use it for proper navigation. Now on this journey, obviously last year I picked up Cheshi, Flaviana's little sister. That's not going to happen this time, unfortunately she's working, so I can't pick her up, even if she wanted to do the trip again, I don't know if she would. So I'm going to pick up someone else. I've got a mystery co-pilot, and I'm going to pick them up in Birmingham, but that's going to be tomorrow. My trip today is just to get to Land's End. I don't know why, but the music that's playing at the moment is Rainy Day. So it's got all of these things like Rainy Day and Fireplace, things like that. Beautiful kind of ambient things, but it's making me want to pee already. So I need to stop that in a minute. But given any music I play on here means I would lose any advertising revenue, it's probably best to just leave it on this session. A better route planner courtesy of Tronity, has updated to say I've now got 99% battery, and I've actually got 98, but you know, close enough. And so far, before getting on the motorway, the efficiency has been 3.3 miles per kilowatt hour. Which isn't great, considering I was doing mainly back roads and things. But hey, it's not an efficient car, this, is it? What it does do is it charges ridiculously fast. So assuming IONITY is all working okay, because that's always a bit of an iffy thing as well, then in theory I should be up and running very quickly, and I think I only have to be there for 9 minutes or something, I think. And I'm going to be doing motorway speeds, so this isn't a proper efficiency test or anything. I'm not going to be driving like a tortoise to get to, well, hopefully not driving like a tortoise. Bad choice of animal, that, because you get tortoise mode if you start running out of battery. So I hope that's not going to come back to haunt me. What a better route planner doesn't tell me is my actual GPS speed. So I'm going to do 73 miles an hour, which I think is about 70 GPS speed. I'm trying to make this as close to the e-Niro test as I can, really. I'm also going to put on smart cruise control because it's brilliant. Top right button, isn't it? There we go. Adaptive smart cruise control. I'm going to click the little button on the right just to go to 73 miles an hour. Take the foot off, and the car is now driving itself. Well, you know, it's keeping me in the lanes, and it's keeping me a distance back from the car in front. So my plan is to do this really most of the way. So just as I did with the e-Niro when I did the trip last year, I generally used heated seats and the heated steering wheel. I kind of relied on that to keep me a bit warm. So I'm going to do the same here. The problem is in this car that there's no button to do that. You can do the heated seats in the back with a button, but don't know why Hyundai decided to do this. You can't just enable it with a button. So I can either go into climate controls on here, I have to press the climate button and then it appears on the screen, and then I can enable it on the screen, or in theory I should be able to do it with the voice command. So if I press the voice button once,
please say a command.
Heated steering wheel on.
Turning on heated steering wheel.
Yeah, that worked. That's good then. Let's try it with the heated seats.
Please say a command.
Heated seats on.
Sorry, please repeat your last command.
Driver's seat on. Warm. On. Heated. I don't know. What do I say?
Turning on the driver's seat warmer.
Good Lord. That worked. So, all going well so far. I've been driving for an hour. We're on 2.9 miles per kilowatt hour. I'm on a stretch of road that actually is a little bit congested, so I'm not going very fast at the moment, just 65 miles an hour. At the moment it's still saying that I'm going to get there with 65% battery. It's still 1 percentage point out, so I've got 81% and that's saying I've got 80. So we'll see if I get there with 65% battery. I think it's going to be more like 68. Place your bets. One of the other reasons I wanted to do this trip is a funny one actually. It's just because we're getting a caravan, and before you can tow, they recommend in the manual that you have driven at least 1,500 miles. So that's one of the other reasons I'm doing this big long trip, just to break in the motor. Also just the fact that it's a fun adventure, isn't it? So all I'm going to do, I'm just going to plug in, charge for a few minutes, go in, get a coffee, pee, come back, and that's it. And I'll see how much I add in that time. What I have to hope is that IONITY is available and is working. To be honest, even if it's not available, I'll probably just park up, pee and get a coffee, and then I'll just go to Wimborne. I mean, it's not essential that I charge here. So we've got 3.2 miles per kilowatt hour. That's the efficiency. I've driven 74 miles. I've got 69% battery and 167 on the GOM. So, I mean, this said I would get here with 65%, and it said to charge up to 84%. So I'm just going to plug in. Oh, and that said it would take 9 minutes. So I'm just going to plug in, run back, and see what we get. Okay, so it says tap to start. Okay, I'm trying to do this one-handed. It's really difficult. Start. Mobility contract, yes, we're going to use this card. Charging, let's see what it gets to at first. But as I say, it doesn't matter too much, to be honest, anyway. I just need a little top up. But really, for the cost of IONITY, I would want it to go up a bit more than that. Okay, well, we're charging, albeit very slowly. But I mean, it's at 70% battery, so it's not going to be very quick anyway. But I would expect more than 34. Oh wait, so that's saying 87 kilowatts. So it's just it's reporting badly. IONITY is reporting it wrong. The plan said charge up to 84%. So whatever it's at now, let's have a look. It's at 89%, so it's absolutely fine. I'm just going to unplug and then get going. That's so cool, there's an electric bus that wants to charge here. Amazing. So it's saying at 89% battery, I'm still getting 49 kilowatts charging speed. So it would only take another 20 minutes to get to 100%. Very, very fast car, this, to charge. Unplug. Awful little thing back in there, close that. Very cool that they're charging electric buses. Fantastic that. Okay, so we're charged to 90% and now we'll be on our way to Wimborne to see my folks. I don't know why we've got Stockholm on here. I don't know what a better route planner is doing. What the hell? Alternatives. Plan. Recent. No. Saved. It's going to do it from the beginning, isn't it? Or is it going to be clever enough to know that I'm already at the second stop? Or the first stop, sorry. No, we just got Stockholm. Ah, there we go. Here we go. So, in theory, it should say that I've got to get to Wimborne. Is it doing it or not? Well, I don't know. Let's. What's this? 84%. I mean, that's the one I was already on. I don't know what's happening. It should know that I'm on to the next stop. This clearly a better route planner is too glitchy. I'll do normal navigation, I think, from now on. The great thing about Cobham services, where I've just been, is that the electric highway have a few chargers there as well. So you've got the 6 IONITY chargers, and then I think it's 3 electric highway ones. So it's actually pretty well provisioned, this place. Okay, on to Wimborne we go then. 92 miles. I'll get there at 12:30, which is about an hour later than I thought I was going to. But to be honest, the charging itself was pretty quick. It's me faffing around with cameras and all that sort of stuff. That's the problem. That's why it's good to have a co-pilot. So far so good. This car is ridiculously comfortable to drive. It eats the miles so nicely. I did try using a better route planner just quickly again, but it's completely out of it. It doesn't know that I'm still on the same route. And a bit disappointing really. Because to get CarPlay, a better route planner and CarPlay, you've got to pay for the premium plan. So you pay for that, but it doesn't really work very well. It's a bit sad. But I mean, I love a better route planner, really. I rely on it. But it certainly needs work. It's a bit glitchy. It's not quite the Tesla sat-nav feeling yet. That's where we need to be with it, isn't it?
You have reached your destination.
Okay, good. 3 miles to the kilowatt hour, 49% battery, so that's better than a better route planner said, and 115 miles on the gom. Okay, I'm going to give some champagne to Mum and Dad. Okay, so I've just visited the folks and I'm going on to Cullompton. A better route planner said I would get there with 11%, but it said I would get to Wimborne with 40%, and of course I charged up. So in theory I should get to Cullompton with 19%. Okay, and I'm going to charge there until I get to 73%, and I'm a little bit late, but only by about half an hour, I think. So not too bad. Okay, let's go. So far it's actually a beautiful day at the moment, which is nice. It's just really windy, so that does affect the efficiency, but I'm hoping, because this has although it's not very efficient, it does have an enormous battery, so I'm hoping that makes things a bit easier. One of the things with this trip is just, it's interesting to decide really whether it's better to have a smaller battery but better efficiency, or a big battery and worse efficiency. What this has going for it, of course, is the charging speed, where very few cars have the same sort of speeds as this. So we'll see if it's going to be better than the Niro. 3:24 it says we should get there. I am a bit late actually, a bit later than I was expecting. I want to charge up quite quickly because I just want to get to Land's End before it gets dark, for no reason other than I just want to take some nice pictures, which I wasn't able to do last year. So the scenery here is absolutely stunning, and you're not going to be able to see it properly in the other camera, but absolutely beautiful. Very, very hilly though, and really windy as well, and I think it's a headwind, or it certainly feels like a crosswind or something here. But anyway, I've got 2.9 miles per kilowatt hour at the moment. This car is actually pretty efficient when it's going at slow speeds, but once wind starts hitting it in a big way, then you can't hide the fact it's not very aerodynamic. But as I've said before, it's beautiful to drive and it's very comfortable and it's just lovely. So I've got 66 miles on the GOM, 31% battery at the moment, and it's 37.4 miles to get to IONITY. So if the GOM is accurate, and it's pretty accurate really in this car, the battery will be nice and low enough to get a really fast charge, hopefully, if IONITY is working. My first IONIQ 5 I've just seen driving past. I was thinking, oh, that's a cool looking car, and then, oh, there it is, IONIQ 5. I did wave at the person driving. I'm not sure whether they noticed me or probably thought I was weird, but I think we're still quite an exclusive club, so I hope we can do the waving. I don't care, I'm going to wave at people. Right, we're in Cullompton. Is it Cullompton or Cullompton? It's Cullompton, according to the sat-nav. I always get it mixed up. So when I came to these services before, they were a little bit glitchy. I think it was on free vend, I don't remember now, the first time I came here. And it was really slow. So if I see one on free vend, I'm going to try and avoid it just in case I get the slow one again, because really I want it to be quick, because I want to get to Land's End at a decent time. Also, first time I came here, I think 2 of them weren't working. So let's see if it's going to be the same this time. Because in theory, after a year, it should be perfect, shouldn't it now?
You have reached your destination.
Good. What's the bedding this one? Number 4 doesn't work. We have 17% of battery, 3.4 miles per kilowatt hour was the efficiency, and we've got 39 miles left on the GOM. Connect, okay. Oh, I'm on the other side, aren't I? Is it going to reach? Is it going to reach? No, I'm going to have to put the phone down. Okay, that's in. Start. Mobility contract, let's do that. Okay, what's charging? 17%. 55, good, that's ramping up. Oh, come on, you can do more than that. You can do more than 57, surely. Well, let's go in the car and see what it says. 110, look at that. So 117 kilowatts so far. I'm hoping it'll ramp up a little bit. The Better Route Planner says to be here until 73%, which it says it will take 19 minutes. That's to get to Land's End with 10% battery. I might go a little bit more, just because I'm quite a careful chap. So looking at that, 183 kilowatts, that's nice. I'm happy with that. It might even get higher, we might even get to 220 something. I've gone in to get a sandwich and to pee, and it's already at 80%, and I've hardly been here. Well, I've been here what? 20 minutes? I haven't even been here 20 minutes, have I? But anyway, right, okay, I'm going to disconnect and then go. I think it was a bit more leisurely in the e-Niro, you know, because I really had to wait, but for this, I don't have time to. Okay, I'll disconnect. Okay, you can't really see the screen very well, but let's stop it. I really don't like putting it over the boot like that. Damn it. Has that actually scratched it? Good, so I'm at 83%. Sorry, I'm miles away. 83%. And I need to get to Land's End. So let's type in Land's End. 2 hours 27 to get there. So 6:22 p.m, which is annoying because I really wanted to get there before sunset. But anyway, do I have everything? Yes, let's go. So one of the controversies of this car design is that there's no wiper on the back, and Hyundai have always said that the way it's shaped means that water doesn't get a chance to rest there, it just flies off. And based on the torrential rain I've got at the moment, it's completely clear, the back window. Yeah, lots of wind, rain, it's pretty awful for efficiency, isn't it? I'm on 2.3 miles per kilowatt hour at the moment. The e-Niro would just laugh at me. There's a Gridnotserving electric highway charger at Land's End, which hopefully works. So if it is, then I'll charge there to 100%. That's the plan anyway. One of my favourite bits of this trip is heading to Cornwall, because you get wind turbines everywhere. Lots of hills, lots of wind turbines. So it's absolutely beautiful around here. And in theory, most of their electricity should be zero carbon. Certainly nice to see. We should have wind turbines everywhere. I think they're beautiful. Just saw a sign, the first sign to Land's End, which says 16 miles. I don't know what way the sat-nav is taking me, but it must be missing out lots of traffic. But it's kind of a single track lane. It freaks me out a little bit. I feel like I'm going to get lots of scratches in this car. So I've just got the last few, what was it? 5.7 miles. It's actually quite a long way, isn't it? 5.7 miles of these windy roads. And then I'm there at Land's End. Hopefully just in time to get sunset. And here it is. Land's End. It's actually nice seeing it in the daytime. So I'm here with 12% battery, 25 miles on the GOM, and 2.7 miles per kilowatt hour. Right, I need to take some pictures. So there's one fairly significant problem, and that is I was hoping to charge up to 100% at this charger here. I didn't know it was offline. I should have checked that map. I thought they were working. That's not good, is it? And I don't have very much battery. I've just got 12%, so a bit of added stress. But anyway, at least I'm here. Right, so not ideal. I've got to go to a rapid charger in Penzance. I'm going to go to a Swarco charger, rapid charger, and I should get there with 8% battery. If I can't charge there at the rapid charger, then hopefully there'll be a charger at Tesco. I didn't bring the long extension lead, otherwise I could just plug it in at the hotel. So I'm really annoyed with myself because I brought most things. Should I brought that? Probably not long enough. Maybe I should just go and check. No, it's fine. I'll go to a rapid charger. It's better, isn't it? So anyway, bit annoying, but what can you do? Okay, let's go. I've got the good old low EV battery warning at 10%. It says range 19 miles. And how far do I have to go? 6.5 miles. So I'm just hoping that the charger works in Penzance. Otherwise I won't be happy. Okay, is this the car park here? Yes, I think it is. Harbour long stay car park.
You've entered the car park for your destination.
Okay, Well, at least the efficiency was good. It was 5 miles per kilowatt hour. I got here with 8% battery, just as a better route planner said I would, and 17 miles on the GOM. Right, okay, let's plug in. And it's a Swarco one. Oops, so I think I have a Swarco card. It might be contactless as well, I don't know actually, but yep, let's use a Swarco card. Generally, if it'll accept RFID cards, probably best to do RFID cards because they're a lot more reliable. Okay, so present your access card first, it says. I'll try anything, literally anything. What? Let's try card payment. Choose an option, start charge. Is the card reader not working? It's not working, is it? Okay, fine. I called the helpline, they answered immediately. The lady on the end of the phone was able to start the charge herself. I guess it's not going to cost me anything. And yeah, really, that's fantastic support. And I just have to stop the charge, I have to call them back and then they can stop it. Perhaps I could have tried the app, but I didn't have it downloaded. So, but maybe the app would have worked. Fantastic, well done Swarco, that's pretty great service. And Swarco are the people that have taken over Charge Place Scotland, so that bodes well I think. So obviously it's going to be a while looking at that, but it should say, the good thing about this car, with the 800 volt architecture, it does mean it stays very high, so it should stay at 49 kilowatts really for most of that time. And I've got to eat some food anyway, I've got to catch up with Twitter and things like that, so it's all good. So you might be interested to see, or hear I should say, how the car is when it's charging. It's quite also, I mean, it's just as cool, isn't it? How cool does it look? But there's an intake, air intake just down here that opens up. So that's cooling the battery down. Also, of course, it's got a heat pump, this model. I'm heating the car at the moment and it's still charging the same 49 kilowatts whether I do the heating or not, so that's interesting as well. And if you're going to be stuck in a car charging, you want to be stuck in an IONIQ 5 because it's really nice in here with this fancy mood lighting, and the sound system is pretty good as well, so that's great. And of course the seat reclines. What more could you want? Okay. So we've got 100% thanks to Swarco, 227 miles on the GOM. It's 10 miles back to the hotel, it takes 22 minutes, I'll get there at 22:09. Not quite the early night I was hoping for, but it's fine anyway, so hopefully I won't lose too much of the battery to get back. In terms of the trip tomorrow, the first stop again is Cullompton, and I would have got there with 37%, leaving with 100, so I'm absolutely fine. And also, assuming it works okay, it charges so fast that, you know, another minute and I would have easily made up for whatever percentage down it will be by the time I leave, if you know what I mean. That would have cost £22 apparently, but completely free, so that's fantastic. Back to the hotel, and then I've got to catch up on emails and work, unfortunately, because I've had loads of emails. I didn't bring my laptop, stupidly, I left it in the hotel.
In a quarter mile, leave the roundabout at the second exit.
So yeah, I've got work to do, which is a bit annoying, but then I've got to be up at 5 in the morning really to leave at 6 AM. And I'm looking forward to it. And here I am again, Land's End. Wouldn't it be funny if I drove past the charger and it was fixed? But no, it's not. It's only offline because they're installing an AC charger next to it.
Now turn left.
Yes, well, I am here. That's the only reason it's offline. to his credit, the CEO, Torrington Harper, who's a lovely guy, he did tweet me. He was concerned I was stuck. He said the power shouldn't really be off. They should just be doing the AC charger. They shouldn't have turned off the rapid. So I think it's probably an issue with the contractor. I'm kind of reading between the lines there. But he did say I could maybe like move the fence a little bit and try to see if it would work. But I don't think it would. The power seemed to be completely off. There you go then, 217 miles on the GARM, 3.3 miles per kilowatt hour, 95% battery, and time for sleep, I think. It's not really going full speed. I think I should have left by now. The machine's stuck. This machine isn't working on the right. I crashed it. No. Just picked up the co-pilot. It is Robert.